I'm Malia Brooker. You're watching Free Speech TV, and we are here with Amy Goodman, who was recently released. Tell us what happened with you and the other Democracy Now! Producers.
Well, Malia, I was arrested a few hours ago. I was actually on the convention floor talking to delegates at the Republican National Convention from Minnesota and Alaska, because Sarah Palin, the governor, has been nominated to be vice president. And I got a call on my cell phone that two of our producers, Sharif Abdel-Quddus and Nicole Salazar, had been arrested. So Rick Rowley, the videographer, and I raced down through the St. Paul streets to try to make sure that they would be released. And when I went up to the police officer and asked to speak to the commanding officer, they arrested me. They put me in handcuffs behind my back. They forced me down on the ground. Although I had all of my ID, to get me onto the floor of the convention, you need top security ID. I had my Democracy Now! ID very clearly marked, and I had all of my identification. They took that from me. The Secret Service took my security ID for the convention, and they arrested me. They took everything from me. They brought me to the jail, which are, they have these pens inside the police garage where we are put. But Nicole Salazar and Sharif Abdel-Quddus have gone to prison. They've been jailed and we need to make sure that they get out. They say they're charging them with a felony with PC riot, which is probable cause riot. They are allowed to be held for 36 hours without charge. That would start at midnight tonight because it's Labor Day. Which would mean they would get out on Wednesday. This is unacceptable. We are there reporting on what is happening. There were major peaceful protests today in St. Paul. We're covering all of them. We come from New York, where the police have paid out hundreds of millions of dollars as a result of the kind of activity that we're seeing some of here after the Republican National Convention in 2004, when police just round up people wholesale. Sharif Abdel-Quddus and Nicole Salazar heard a commotion downstairs by 7th and Jackson here in St. Paul. Nicole had her camera. Sharif was with her. They were fully identified. When they saw the police converging from 3 places, it happened very quickly. Nicole said to one of the officers, "How do I leave?" They told her to go back. But before she could do this, and the video she has of this is very dramatic, they pushed her to the ground. They dragged her by her leg. She was scratched on her face, trying to keep her face up as they were dragging her. She got a bloody nose. When I was arrested and I was demanding to be able to see our producer, to see Sharif Abdel-Quddus and Nicole Salazar, I said, "She has a bloody nose. I demand to see her." He said, "Listen, what's a bloody nose? I was knifed." I said, "Sir, we were not responsible for that," meaning he was talking about a whole other time in his life. I said, "I am sorry that at some point in your life you were hurt like that, but that does not justify doing this to our reporter, to our producer. This is unacceptable." Reporters are the eyes and ears of the community. We cannot be threatened. We mustn't be jailed. There is a reason why our profession is the only one explicitly protected by the U.S. Constitution. We're supposed to be a check and balance on those in power, and there is no more important time than now. Nicole and Sharif have to be freed. The police chief must be called. They've got to get out of jail now. This kind of repression has to stop. We have to be able to report to ensure that we live in a democratic society.
Democracy Now!, of course, has been covering the protests, the raids. You were there across the street when eyewitness video was raided. Do you think that this is a random arrest, or do you think this is a type of silencing?
I can't say. I can say that there has, as you pointed out, there have been a series of preemptive raids. When I was in jail just an hour ago, I was talking to the police officer, and I said, "What do you think of these preemptive raids?" These raids where there is no sign of a weapon, where people are inside of a house, where there isn't a crime that they have seen, and they just move in on the house. And that's something we witnessed and documented on Saturday. The only thing that will defend against this, when they swoop down an eyewitness video, for example, or other producer, Elizabeth Press, who was there, the only thing to prevent this is that all of the reporters, it wasn't just us, by the way, and again, the police commissioner of St. Paul must be called to release Sharif and Nicole. The AP photographer was also arrested today. It's just unacceptable that the witnesses, the messengers, are the ones who are being locked up. The answer to threats are not to be threatening, but to ensure a democratic society by allowing people to speak. It can't be penned up. It can't be jailed.
I'm sure our viewers are interested in helping getting Nicole and Sharif out. We should have some numbers on the screen that you can call. They've been calling to help get you out. Continue to watch Free Speech TV. We'll keep you updated. We want to keep you in touch with the voices on the street. We won't be silenced. We'll continue to bring you coverage from the RNC. You're watching Free Speech TV, and we're crashing the party. I'm Malia Brooker with Amy Goodman.